What's up, guys? This is Art with allthumbsgaming.com, and today I have another match of Halo 4 for you, and we are going to be playing some King of the Hill on Solace. Here I am with a just brilliant opening play, guys. You guys are going to just be totally floored with this one. Grab the sniper rifle, looking over to the other sniper rifle. Nobody there, nobody there, nobody there, nobody there. Okay, look at the hill real quick. Alright, I see a guy on my radar, so I'm going to try and play a little defensively here. My main tactic in this game was to basically just keep all the enemies out of the hill and let my teammates gather all the hill time. And here, as you can see right now, amazing opening play. I know you guys are super impressed. But as you can see, we're up by 12, 13, 13 to 1, 14 to 1, oh, 15 to 1. So we're dominating this match, right? And my teammates just grabbing lots of hill time. I grabbed the incineration cannon real quick and try and do some work on the enemy team here as they've taken the hill. Okay, open up with a triple kill. That's nice. Followed up with the overkill. Amazing, right? All right, get into the hill, and the hill moves. This happens to me, I don't even know how many times. So many times in this match. As soon as I would clear out the enemy team, I would enter the hill and it would move. Now, Halo 4 introduced a little bit of a different gameplay technique when it comes to King of the Hill. In previous Halos, it was more like, hey, slay, then gather hill time. Slaying was just as important. In Halo 4, due to the fact that, first of all, it's 5 on 5, and second of all, because you have instant respawns, and I totally missed that melee there, because you have instant respawns, you're able to get right back into the action, and as I pick up the killing frenzy, I die there. And so basically, even though my team dominated this whole match when it came to slaying and killing the enemy team, we still end up losing the match by an enormous margin. And part of that is, I think, due to the changes that were made with King of the Hill. My tactics have always been with King of the Hill is to clear out the enemy team first, then grab hill time. So as you can see here, I clear out the team as soon as I run into the hill, kill the last remaining member as he's coming up here, and the hill moves again. I think at the end of the match I ended up with a grandiose total of 5 seconds of hill time, which sounds kind of ridiculous. But yeah, it's a different kind of game in Halo 4 than it was in other Halo games. If I were dominating with kills the way I've been dominating in this match, we would have been far ahead. But basically what happened and what kept happening is the red team would just run straight into the hill as a group. And basically our team was forced to try and clear them out of the hill. And by the time we did, all the time on the hill had already counted down, and the enemy team had respawned elsewhere, and in a lot of cases they spawned closer to the hill, to the new hill location than they would have been anyway. So yeah, it was a little bit of a different dynamic. I was just kind of, after the game ended, I was completely thrown off. I was like, wait a minute, it felt like I was dominating this match. How did we lose? And upon further playback and consideration, I realized what had happened. And it's probably a little bit more of an issue on a small map like Solace. I don't know if you would have the same issue on a larger map where it takes the team a little longer to get to the hill. And I guess the game designers tried to offset this by showing where the new hill is spawning via waypoint. As you can see here, the B hill is incoming to my left there. Not that I played a perfectly good objective game here. I definitely was concentrating more on killing the enemy team than I was for grabbing hill time, and it turned out to be bad for us. Now I know. So if you're playing King of the Hill, try not to make that mistake of thinking just because you're clearing out tons and tons of enemies your team is winning, because that might not be the case. But you know, as from a Slayer's perspective, this is actually a really excellent gameplay. I ended up with 27 kills and only 4 deaths, and part of that was what I mentioned earlier, is the opposite. The opposing team was basically just grouping up and running straight for the hill every time, so I could easily anticipate their movements. Unfortunately, it just turned out bad for the objective side of this game, and yeah, so I'm really enjoying some of the objective game types in Halo 4. Traditionally, the default is always Slayer for me, whether it's big team or just regular Infinity Slayer. What do you guys like to play? Let me know in the comments. And I just played my first game of Oddball this week, and I learned of the new medals and points that you can earn for carrying the ball. I actually carried the ball for 30 seconds and got a medal called Ball Master, I think. And so that was pretty cool, that you can actually get extra points for having a supporting role like that. And here we go. We are defeated, and I totally didn't mean to do that. I just jumped into the middle of the map and did not realize there was a hole into a giant ball of fire. So there it is, guys. We lose in a blaze of glory. Again, 27 kills, 4 deaths, and we lost by an enormous margin.